What's up, everyone? It's actually Saturday, and I forgot to do a recap on Friday because it was a Halloween. I celebrated a little bit, so that's why I'm posting the video on Saturday. But regardless, we had a great Friday, and that's the great end of the month, and we made about almost we've passed the $3,500 mark, but we are almost there for the $4,000. I'm super happy with our performance for month of October. It's been really fantastic month, and we made like almost more than $600 for each week except the week one, which only has like 3 days to be honest, and that's the last 3 days of the week. And if I had like Monday and Tuesday, I would have made like a lot of money on that week as well. But you can see I made a lot of money on this month. To be exact, $3,586.88. That's a lot of money, guys, for a small account. And for those who are tuning into our channel for the first time, in this channel, The Cool Random Things, we are doing a small account challenge where we funded an account with a small amount and try to grow that amount exponentially, and our initial target is the $2,000 per month. So every month we are going to make $2,000 or higher, and fortunately this month we were able to make $3,500, which is 1,500 more than what our initial target was, and that's a blessing. And we will do that for like 10-12 months and build a cushion, and then we use those funds to invest more money into the day trading and grow our account exponentially. So stay tuned with us throughout our journey. We will share some tips, and you can see where we traded and which tickers we traded throughout this journey. So let's see how things went today. So if I click this one, well, actually it's not today, it's the Friday. When we started our day, I reduced my share size to a very minimum amount, like 250 shares. Like very cheap stocks, like these are like trading less than $2. So I reduced my share size because I knew this is Friday and this is going to be a slow day, and I didn't want to take a lot of risk. So that's why I reduced my size to like 250 shares. So after I reduced my size, you can see I didn't make any profit or I didn't lose either. So I was like, oh, this is how the day is going to be. So I stay tuned and I didn't took like, a lot of risk. But you can see I started at 7:35, but I then waited all the way up to 8 without taking a single trade because there was nothing moving. There was no momentum. That's why I didn't trade anything. So at 8 a.m. I did one trade. Boom, I'm up like almost $30. So I was like, okay, this is good. $30 is good. All I wanted to do is break the ice, maybe like make $50-$60 per the day. But I already made like $30. But on the next one, I lost a little bit now, but not a lot. And Thursday when I did my trading, I made some money, like almost $200, but my discipline was not the best. I didn't cut my losses very quickly. So I promised myself when I go to Friday, I promised myself that I'm going to cut my loss very quickly, regardless of my position size is. Because on Thursday, what happened was I reduced my position size to like 100 shares. Because of that, I was comfortable losing a little bit more money and keeping that stock for a while. But then, when the time goes by, I'm losing overall. I'm losing a lot of money. So when it goes to Friday, I was like, no, regardless of the share size, I'm going to cut my loss very quickly. So that's what I did on Friday. So that's why you see a small dip, not like a very huge dip. So after that, I took another trade and it put me about $50 mark, and I was like, okay, this is good. And immediately at the same time, I was able to go all the way to $75. This is great, guys. I was like, okay, this Friday has been good so far. And I waited a little bit and took another trade, and boom, that's a bummer. So that put me around like $60 at that time, but immediately within like less than 30 seconds, I was able to push this up all the way to $100. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, I should stop trading at this point. But it is what it is. I reduced my size. Actually, took a small trade. It was not a loss. I think it was break even. So I was happy with that. But the next one, I waited a little bit longer, and you can see at 8:30 started, things were moving a little bit higher. So I tried to take my swing at it, but it was a loss, but not a lot. You can see this is like $99, and this is like $95 or $96. So like less than $5, I'll take it. It's okay. And the next trade put me down a little bit even, probably around $91 if I remember correctly at this point. Then I was able to recover all the things that I lost, and put me up well above $100, like $104, something like that for the day. And then I was waiting all the way until the opening bells rings, because I wasn't really comfortable doing any trades. And actually, I walk away from my computer for the whole time, because if I sit, I will see something moving, then I will, it will give me some FOMO to jump into the, actions. So I walked away and came around like when the market's going to open. But then I noticed there was one stock. It has news and it's moving higher. So I jump and buy those stocks right after the market was open. Boom, two negatives instantly. So I was like, oh, that's a bummer. I had like almost above $100, but now I'm at $60. But green is green, it's okay. But then I knew this stock is moving a little bit higher, so it was kind of like a momentary downward for that stock. People got way more interested because there was nothing else is moving at that time, so everybody jumps into that stock and try to trade. So that's why it's jumping very high at that time. So I also jumped back in, and I was able to recover almost everything I lost immediately on the next trade. Guys, you can see it's almost like $100. And the next one, it put me a little bit over what I had initially. And then little loss, and you can see I cut my loss quickly. And here I couldn't cut my loss quickly because it was at the market opening, and my broker, it's known to do crazy things when the market is open, and you can't edit trades, you can't edit your limit orders for a second. So that's why there was like a big dip over there. And you can see overall the dips are smaller, but except this one. So this one I suffer like $40, almost like 35 something. But regardless of that, I didn't have any other losses more than $15 or $20. So that's a very good sign, you can see. And then lost a little bit, and I was able to gain step by step, not a big winners, but small winners, but slowly I was growing up, and there were like, I think this is kind of like a $0. It's showing red, but it's a $0 loss. All the way up to 11:30, and at 11:30 I bought like consecutive things, and it's moving up exponentially. This was like very because the thing is, the stock was going down. I was predicting where it's going to have support. That's why I was very successful at this region. So this is what happened on Friday, guys. It's been really fantastic. They made almost $250, and it's been really good. And let's see what tickers we traded for that day. So I think I only did 3 tickers. One ticker I didn't make any money, CTM 0. And Getty, this is the one that I traded next, made about $100. And HKD, this is the other stock that I had news and moving very quickly, very closer to the market open, and made about $125. So very good 2 trades overall, both of those. And let's bring back our charts and see where I traded. So CTM, as I said, everything was break even. I started with CTM 250 shares 144 and sold it 144. 250 shares, buy it 141 and sold it 141. So everything was break even, didn't make anything, and unfortunately or fortunately. But you can see it wasn't moving a lot because it already had that move, and it went down. It tried to break that high, but didn't do it and went down back again. So I think people were kind of like giving up at this point. It's Friday, nobody's interesting. You can see the volume. It's very light, guys. It's very light. The volume is very light. About when I traded, volume is like 3100, 31,000. It's very light, guys. So that's why I wasn't really comfortable and I sold it immediately. And usually when I see a stock less than $2, I would put like I would buy like 1,000 shares. But this time I was very cautious about these stocks. And then Getty, let's see. I traded Getty. I didn't put all the trades I did, but I mark all the important ones. So the Getty has some news. Let's go. Getty has some news one day ago about. I think we can see. Usually they put news on here. But yeah, it's the AI startup perplexity thing. So it has news around this area. So that's why it jumped right around 8 a.m. You can see exactly at 8:01 it jumped. So I jumped into this stock at 8:03. And I bought 1,000 shares for 262 and sold it at 265, made like $30 instantly. So that was like the great move. And because I knew this has a very good news related to AI, that's why I was a little bit comfortable taking this risk. And you can see this went all the way to 299, almost 3. Well, it went 3, I think. Yeah, 301. So that's why I set my limit order to 261 and it went down because when this, so this is how I see it, right? So at this point it break 3. So I knew this one has to come down. If it's going to break higher, this one has to come down before it's going up. It's not the case always, but usually what stocks do is it goes up and there's some sort of resistance and goes down because the people who are holding this stock for like long time, they realize that this is up like, let's see how much this up. Let's draw the rectangle. This is up like almost 50%. So they are going to dump these stocks. So that's why there's a red candle right after these huge moves. So you can see, so this is where I'm seeing. So at this point, I would set my limit order to, usually I put like support in the VWAP, but VWAP was like very closer to the high of the day. So I set it a little bit lower, 261 and 262, and sold it immediately when it failed, because this candle was little bit, actually it's on this candle. This 271 and I bought it exactly over here 261. I think I sold it a little bit early, but I couldn't take the risk. It went all the way to 282 on the next candle and it went all the way to 323. But it is what it is. I sold it immediately and made about $30. And in here, when it's going up, so this is how I see it, right? So when this going up, I was thinking the support of the VWAP at this point, because this is 365 and the VWAP is 315. So I'm thinking maybe very closer to the VWAP. So that's why I said 2 limit orders, one at 342 and one at 322. So both like 500 shares, 342 one failed and I sold it immediately, 347, and the other one I bought it at 322, sold it 327. So both are like a good profit, like 5 cents per share, which brings me like $25 per each of these trades. And then in here I was thinking the support of EMA 20, and it did. I bought 250 shares for 302, and that was a loss, but immediately I bought those lost stock and multiply by 4, and I was able to make this break even. So those are the trades that I did with Getty before the news comes in with the HKD. So the HKD also had good news. Let's see. I don't see the news on the chart, but it was a revenue growth. Yeah, it was a revenue growth news. It came right around this area like 903, but I was away at this time. I missed all these momentum at the initial phase, but after the market was open, this went down. So I was thinking like, okay, this had one down and try break that high, the highest of the day, and went down and try to break the highest of the day. But this is before the market was open, right? So I thought this is going to break that high 297 because it's very closer to $3. I thought this is going to break that high, but instead of that, actually I think it break the high. No, it didn't break the high. Actually it did break the high. No, it didn't break the high. Instead of that, it went all the way down. But look at this volume. All these are red volume, but people jump back in. So that's why I had a two red trades initially. But when I realized that people are not giving up on this stock, especially the buyers, I jumped back in with the aggressive amount and made all the losses that I lost on these two trades. And again in here, 250 shares, I did the same. But after that point, I was a little bit cautious, so I reduced my size to 100 shares. You can see when this is going up, I reduced my size to 100 shares because I knew. So this is how I see it, right? So when I see the whole thing. So I knew at some point this is going to go down, either up to the VWAP or the EMA 200, because this one was way too high at this point. So that's why I wasn't really playing with this stock anymore. Even if I did, I reduced my share size to 100 shares. So when I saw this, I still, it's tempted, but I didn't chase this down, so I waited, and then I knew this one has to come down. So that's why I said this order. You can see 100 shares, 461, sold it 466. Still, I'm not buying a lot of shares. I'm still doing safe trades, so this did, and boom, there was a big rejection at this point. You can see 447, boom, look at this rejection. So I'm little bit disappointed why I didn't trade this area, but I was expecting this to go down all the way to 401. So but it didn't went down all the way to 1. It stopped at 437. But I gave a little bit time, and boom, it started going down. When it's going down, what I did my trades. So 250 shares 401 and sold it at 408. 100 shares 401, sold it at 409. Another 100 shares 392 and sold it at 398. Lot of profit in this area. And then 250 shares 273 and sold it at 279. Another 500 shares 341 and sold it at 348. But after this point, because this one is losing momentum very rapidly, and I wasn't really comfortable after this point, and there was no support, guys. You can see the we crossed the EMA 200 and there's no support. So after this point, I was like, okay, that's enough for the day, and I call it a day. So after that, didn't do any trades, and you can see it went down. Try to recover back, but wasn't successful. And that, I think that was it for HKD as well. Really sorry about the people who bought these highs and holding the stocks. We call them back holders, but I hope one day it will recover back. But it's really hard to tell when it's going to happen, but it is what it is. I think that's it for today. Let me bring back the charts. I can discuss a little bit more about how things went overall on the month. And we started $0. You can see on the very first day we made about $40, and we were able to raise all the way to almost $3,600, guys. This is a fantastic month. And let's go to our stats. I want to show you something So this is what happened on Friday, right? So Friday, you can see my total win is 291 and my total loss is $63. So this is a very healthy way of doing day trading. Um, you can see that's because my winning percentage is 84 and losing percentage is 15%. And my largest profit is $40 and largest loss is minus 26. So these are really good and very healthy numbers for a good day trader who is having good discipline throughout the day. You see, that's this is a really good indication that you are doing your job very, you are doing your job really good. That's what it is. So overall, let's go to our 30 day mark, and overall we made almost $8,000 for the month, but our loss is $4,000. So that's why we are sitting at almost 3,600 for the month. But overall, it's a very good month. Only 2 red days, and both of those two red days are very minimum. We can go to our calendar one more time and see how much they were. One day was about minus $40. The other day was like minus $80, and both of these in combined we lost like minus $60, the red days. But overall, everything else was green days. So this is exceptional, guys. I'm telling you, usually when we started day trading, most of these days are red. We make like only small amount of money. But this month, because we were having so much discipline, but some days I agree, we lost our discipline a little bit, but overall we kept our discipline for the whole day, and we had a good month at the end. So you can see my profit and loss by hour. You can see I made almost all the money around 9 a.m. Hour. So between 8:30 to 10, I made almost all the money. And when the day goes by, that amount gets significantly reduced. You can see one reason is I don't usually trade on this area. When I don't go to work or when I stay at home, I usually do a little bit, couple of trades, but mostly I don't do trades. And you can see there's a huge peak around 4 p.m. This is because I sometimes, if I see something moving right after the market is closed, I would trade that. So that's why you will see like about $250 bar on this area. But mostly almost everything I made is between 8:30 to 10. And what else? And P&L day by the day, you can see 1 is Monday, 2 is Tuesday, 3 is Wednesday, 4 is Thursday, and 5 is Friday. You can see I made most of the money from Monday, Tuesday, and the last 3 days are a little bit smaller compared to the very first 2 days of the week. And the price category, let's look at the price category. There were very high, price category, which is around $200, but didn't make a lot. But mostly I did really good around, let's see. So this is around $2 mark. So $2 mark is the best price category for me. So this is why it's really important to have your trades journaled. That's why I really highly recommend to use a journaled software or journal services to keep track of your trades. And if you don't have access to these kind of journal softwares, at least use the Excel sheet and keep track of these things, because then you can study these stats and find out what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. So now I know if I increase my price target, you can see this is like $30. Anything more than $10, I don't make a lot of money. So that's why I stay away from those things. But sometimes when I see an opportunity, I want to test it out, I will do it, but with a very small amount of shares. But usually when I see anything moving between 0 and 5, I would jump in. Let's see what else. And my daily volume, you can see the highest that I see was 35,000, I think 36,000. But overall, my average is like 10,000 shares per day. And my daily cost, you can see this day I had like almost 150k. So when I say 150k, it's not like I'm buying everything at 150k, because I have a margin account. So my broker is allow me to buy and sell, and I don't need to wait until my money is settled. I can use those funds to buy the next trade if something pops up. So that's why I said I'm spending a lot of money even though I don't have a lot of money on my account. So in my account I have about 30k because PTD rule, you need to have 25k equity in your account. We will upload another video about PDT rule, and it's about to go away. We'll see how things go, but we will make a separate video. But basically in that rule, what it's saying is you need to have 25k equity to do a pattern day trading. The pattern day trading is if you do trading like the similar trading 4 times per week, you will flag as a pattern day trader. So that's why the same ticker, if you trade the same ticker 4 times per week, you will categorize. I will make another whole video about discussing about pattern day trading and all this stuff. But that's why you need to have a margin account with at least 25k. So my account was like about 30k, a little bit over 30k, but now I have grown that account to about 34 something. I don't remember exactly the number. It's like 34 something because this month I was able to make 3586 and 88 cents. So I think that's about for our video. And again, just want to show you how things were this month. We started very small and started very slow, and we went all the way up to 3500 by baby steps. I didn't make 3500 on a single day. It was like baby step for like 30 days. So this is really important, guys. You need to take everything at small, because at stock market, don't expect anything to work in your way immediately, because you need to learn your lesson. You need to be patient. That's the very important things. So once you follow that, and if you have sets of rules, then you can be succeed. And I think that's all for this video. And again, guys, trading is risky. Manage your risk and practice in your simulator before you put your real money into the stock market. And until next video, bye bye.